Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Hey, this video is going to be a little bit different than some of the videos we've done in the past that are basically focused on motorcycling. We're going to be showing you a video of how we addressed a problem with the C4 fabrication bumper for a Land Cruiser 250. Now this modification was made so that one could service a winch a little bit easier than having to remove the front of the vehicle. These low mount bumpers are really cool and they look really stylish, but it's a little bit difficult to want to pull the whole front of the vehicle off and put it back on again just to service the winch. So I'm going to turn the video over to myself here in another video, and we're going to show you what we did to modify the bumper. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Aegis Moto Adventures. Hey, we're back from our Arizona trip, and Coda, the 2025 250 Land Cruiser, got some modifications out there by Westcott Designs, which was really cool. I think I showed that to you in a prior video. But I'm here at Roy's shop here, and we're going to do some modifications to a C4 bumper for the Land Cruiser. And the reason we're going to do that is because once you put that bumper on, the only way to get to the winch is actually take the front end of the vehicle off again. And that seems a little overkill for me to be able to do maintenance on a winch. So what we're going to do is we're going to be cutting the bumper apart, tabbing it, and then bolting it back together after powder coat. So let me show you what we have in mind. I'm showing the bumper from up above. What a really well-designed bumper this is. It's actually pretty cool, and they've done an excellent job with it. It's an excellent product. It looks like it's either been laser cut or water jet cut, but it's really impressive of how they've done that. The inner workings right in here, the winch bolts right in this area here with 4 bolts, and the only way to get to that, it was a pretty difficult process. So what we're going to go about doing is we're going to cut along here and around the perimeter, leaving a tab on, because I want to keep the structure of the bumper intact, and then I will be able to drop this center section straight down, and I'll be able to bolt it back on. And my logic is pretty simple. If the winch is held on by just 4 screws here, then if I remove the center section to be able to drop it down, but put it back in with tabs and all kinds of screws, it should be more than strong enough and keep the original integrity of it to the point that it shouldn't fail, because it'll have more screws in it than these 4 here. So that's what we're going to do, and we're going to get started here shortly. We've got the 2 pieces separated here. As you can see, there's nothing here where the winch would actually be, and the piece that the winch would be on is sitting right here. So Roy's going to get these edges cleaned up a little bit, and then this afternoon we might be able to start putting this back together. We are starting to put the bracing back in, and we're using some 1/4 inch thick flat stock here that we'll be welding in, and we've already drilled the holes, and so we'll get that tacked in so it's nice and tight, and then we'll hand drill the holes here for the screws, and that way we can make sure everything's in alignment, and we'll just keep on going putting tabs on. We made good headway yesterday, and we've got the 4 tabs up here after cutting it apart, and we're going to put a tab right here on either side. And then we've got some tabs back here that we need to make that will allow this piece that comes out of the center to be bolted on, just drop from the bottom. But we're making good headway here. This is day 2.
Hot.
Hot, Roy says. We're making some headway here. We got all the tabs on across the back now. So now we've got to drill some holes, and when that's done, then we'll start putting the backers on and threading those. We're working on putting a 2-inch piece of channel across the front of this C4 bumper here, and that's really going to stiffen the front end of this up here and add a lot of extra strength between your toe points here. So we'll get that welded in, and it'll be ready to go. We've been welding some interior tabs in here around the perimeter, and there's one kind of hidden up underneath here. Those will be drilled and tapped, and that's what we'll bolt into when we put everything back together. I'm also thinking about putting some kind of bracing in here up and down that would give it some triangular support just to beef up the front end, even though we put the channel up front here, which will really toughen it up. By putting a little bit of angle in there will make it so much stronger. Now we have added 2 gussets. This is really hot, so I'm not going to touch it. We just got done welding it. There's a gusset here and a gusset here. And the weakest point in this whole C4 low profile front bumper is the front cutouts for the light. And we've beefed that up with the channel on the outside. And then on the inside here, we've gone ahead and put these gussets. It also beefs up our mounting point in here, which was just tab welded in 3 spots from the factory. And now this is a lot more solid here. And that likely now is a much more stable anchoring point for us. Rye's working on tapping the last few holes that we've got completed here. Wow, we've turned our C4 bumper into a Frankenstein, but boy, we've really beefed it up. And now we've made it so that we can unbolt the center portion and drop the winch out if we need to work on the winch. This whole row of bolts and supports here on the back are beefed up, but they won't be visible because they'll be underneath the bash plate underneath the vehicle. So the only thing you'll see, keep in mind this is upside down, it'll actually be flipped over when it's on the vehicle, are these brackets here will be visible. Otherwise the bumper basically will look identical from the factory. And if you remember, we also put this channel up front here to really beef up the front end here. So it's going to make it a lot stiffer, a lot tougher, and it will be able to dismount the winch so much easier than pulling the whole front of the vehicle off. For the next step here, powder coat, or well, excuse me, sandblasting and then powder coat. Last night we went ahead and cleaned up the bumper and sandblasted it. And this morning it was off to the powder coaters. So one of the chores I did this morning to kind of fill out the morning here was I took my fasteners and I'm spray painting them the same color that I'll be powder coating in. It's a Krylon flat black textured paint, and that'll make those fasteners blend right in with the bumper, so that's a good deal. So the next time you see this project, it'll be the completed project and put together. Well, here's the final product after it's been powder coated. I think it turned out really, really nice. And it still kind of has the look of the original C4 bumper, but we've done some things, as you saw on the prior clips, to beef it up just a little bit. But as you can see, all around the edges here, the bumper has been cut, and we've put tabs on and drilled and tapped it. And so now, and if I go around to the back side here, you'll see all along the back here, there's tabs here. And now you can undo all these bolts here all the way around, and the whole thing will drop out the bottom. Keep in mind that what you're seeing here is upside down. And also, we beefed it up here by putting on this channel on the front here. Now it covers up the where the light would go, and it covers up the C4 logo that was in the center. But this will make that front end much stiffer with that channel on there. And you could still put lights on here if you wanted to, and just put the lights externally here and still have access to your eyelets here to be able to mount shackle and or a recovery type rope. It would still work just fine. And you can see that the overall that here for the opening for the rope and the bolting locations here for the winch, those are still in its original position. Now let me flip this over and you can see what it looks like on the other side. I've propped the bumper up. It's a little bit over actual level here, but I did that so that you could see the front of it here, what it looks like. And I thought it turned out really, really nice. And the outside dimensions where it fits against the valance of the front of the vehicle, all this is unchanged. So it should slide right in just like it would normally. And here you can see it from the top, the mounting holes here and over here. And the winch sits in this location here. And one of the things that we've done, and you can see on the back here, we've welded on, well, maybe it's a little in the shadow there, some tabs, and like this bar along here, we have welded those in on the back side and drilled and tapped those. And this added a lot of rigidity to the back side here that we lost when we cut the plate out. So that'll work really well, and since we're using grade 8 bolts, I think the stiffness and the strength is not only there, that we probably increased it. Unfortunately, we probably also added probably about maybe 10 pounds or so weight to the bumper, but beefing it up makes it just that much stronger and less likely to twist under load. So I think that worked out pretty good. I'll probably do another video maybe when I install this, or I'll at least do a video of all the modifications that we've done to the Land Cruiser to date. So if you'd like that, put that in the comments or send us an email if you'd like to see a video on the installation. Well, I sure hoped you liked that video. We put a lot of work into that, and I think it turned out really, really nice. And these C4 fabrication bumpers are really high quality. It looks like they're laser cut and assembled in a jig. I mean, they really look fantastic. You could use one without modification, just knowing the limitations that it has. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video and it helped you out just a little bit. If it did, if you could give us a like and share the video with other people that are thinking about maybe trying to do the same thing, we'd really appreciate that. And if you like the videos overall, if you'd subscribe, that really helps the channel out. Well, until the next video, take care.